Hey guys, so I have been trying to make this video for quite a couple of days, but I keep going to work, getting home, being so tired, crashing on my bed, and every time I'm in my bed I'm like, you know what, I really should make this video, and I keep seeing videos popping up about the subject and I have so much to say and I try to write it down, but then I forget certain things, so I jotted down a couple of things and I hope I can get every single thought that I want out. I watched Bronze Goddess's video a couple of days ago about, you know, I want a million subbies like ... And if you guys haven't watched the video, I'm going to put it below, and I'm also going to put a couple of responses that I saw below. I think Stacy the Naprika put a response, and I want to say I think Marlene and Sandy put a response. I don't think I've seen any responses yet about anything else with this topic, but if you guys have seen anyone's, I'd like to watch them and hear their opinion. I just want to start by saying that I absolutely love Bronze Goddess's response, like video in general. I see where she's coming from. I absolutely think that a lot of us have lost sight of the entire point of having a channel. You know what I'm saying? And it's okay to have different motives, but I believe that your motives show through clearly to the people who watch you. But I totally appreciate what Bronze Goddess was talking about in her video, because I think the entire point of that was just to bring to light the fact that we have lost sight of the things that are important about this community. And I, for one, think that yes, we're not supporting each other, and yes, you know, there are different factors that we don't propel ourselves up, like when you see someone who's doing a great job and you don't want to support them. But I even think that there are other factors that go into making these channels so huge. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't people who get in front of the camera one day and the next day have 1 million subscribers regardless of the race, but I also do believe that that's not very common. There are people who just a lot of these people who have reached these millions now, a lot of them, I'm not saying all of them, but a lot of them have paid their dues in front of the camera, and I feel like that's something that is lost. I feel like people don't want to pay their dues anymore. I feel like people want to get on YouTube and in 6 months be at this like status level and have all these YouTube friends and high calibers, and it's just not a realistic goal. Like, I'm sorry, I don't think that's anything realistic, especially since, at least for me, I think the motive behind a video shows clearly through the screen. I'm not saying that once you start a channel you should make improvements, because honestly that's the one thing that I think has helped a lot of people out. You know, once you make a couple videos, you do it for a couple months, maybe even a year, you start seeing people following you, and then you say, hey, okay, this could be something that a lot more people would love to watch, and then you start building on it, you start saving your pennies, and you start improving your quality. That's absolutely necessary if you want your channel to grow. But once your motive starts shifting from enjoying it and making money while you do something you enjoy to only coveting 1 million subscribers, or only coveting all this money, only coveting all this fame and attention from everybody else, I believe, this is just my opinion, I believe it shows through the screen, and I believe people can start feeling that lack of authenticity. A lot of people say YouTube has changed, and I guess I would agree that YouTube has changed from what it was a couple years ago, but on the other hand, I believe YouTube has changed for the popular people who you're watching, because I always try to find the smaller channels, and I guarantee you, like 9 times out of 10, most of the people I like to watch on YouTube have under a certain amount of subscribers. Not because the people who are extremely popular are doing any less, they're probably doing even more. It's just that sometimes, for me personally, the authenticity is no longer there. I am 100% in support of all sponsorships, and I think sponsorships are a great thing that come after you hit a certain level of success. But I have noticed that on some channels, after a while and after you hit a certain level, it's like if every single video that you're making is a sponsored video, I mean, and I make videos that people send to me for free. I've never been paid to make a video per se, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But I do feel like if after a while you used to watch someone for their hair tutorials, or you used to watch someone for their product reviews, that after a while they stop making product reviews and only do another certain type of video that you're no longer interested in, I don't know if I can blame the subscriber for not wanting to watch you. Personally, I like to watch people for the personality. There are people I watch in all across the board. There are people I believe should have so many more subscribers than they actually do, and they don't, and that's just really unfortunate because I really enjoy their content. I have people who have, like, I don't know, 500 subscribers, like 1,000 subscribers, and every time I see their names on the mini feed, I'm like, oh my goodness, I have to watch their videos like right now. Especially Kenya Girl, a couple of other people. I will make sure I list a bunch of people in the bottom who I just absolutely adore watching all the time. Like, I put on the thing or I get an email notification and I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't wait to hear what they have to say. I don't even care what they have to say. Like, I just want to know what they're saying, you know what I'm saying? So I think that there are other factors with the channel growing that us as subscribers can see, and I'm not even going on a black women should support each other type thing. I'm just saying in general, factors like that, your motive, factors like likability, your personality has a huge, like, it has a huge deal to do with that, you know what I'm saying? Like, yes, we are the underdogs, but personality goes a long way. And I can only speak for what I see. Like, if I see someone who's been making videos and I absolutely love them, and, you know, they're making X, Y, and Z, I don't even care if I'm not interested in the item. If I like you, I will watch your videos and share them and promote them to whoever, you know what I'm saying? But that's just my opinion. I do know that when your channel hits a certain level of success, you do get more haters, but that's not just for black women, that's for everybody. That's for all these people who have hit all these numbers. Another thing that I just wanted to kind of bring up was the fact that people want to get on YouTube and they want to be instant successes. Let's be real here, YouTube is not the place for that. Like, you cannot, it's so unpredictable, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can be the most talented person in the world, and between the viewerships, between the fact that YouTube doesn't necessarily circulate a channel that is not very popular, so on YouTube, the more views you get and the more subbies you get, the more subbies you get and the more views you get. So unless you start getting a lot of views, you don't get a lot of views, if that makes sense. For me, I was on YouTube for an entire year before I got 1,000 subscribers, okay? And it was the most exciting thing for me. And I look around and I see people who are propelled from 1 subscriber to 1,000 subscribers in like 2 days. There's definitely that level of, like, I'm not one of those girls who has like silky textured hair. I'm not one of those girls who has hair down their back. Those are definitely things that will make people subscribe to you faster. Like, people want to see that longer hair that, you know, is not normal. People want to see these textures that are curly and these textures that are not as like kinky. And granted, I like to see textures like mine as well, but I like to see all textures. I like to see what everybody's doing to take care of their hair. But there is some sort of attraction that people have to a longer, silkier or curlier hair. But I'm not necessarily convinced that that's something that I should be using as a crutch, like Sandy said. You know what I'm saying? She was talking about how do we change that. I just feel like we need to hold on to what makes our channel authentic and what makes people fall in love with us in the first place. Because I see a lot of growth of channels and then they get stagnant. And I don't think it's because people are no longer sharing your videos necessarily, but I think it's because of the content. But then again, that's my personal opinion, because I've gone to channels and I've seen different things. Like, I've subscribed to people for a certain reason and then no longer wanted to watch your videos because the tone of their entire channel has changed. I don't know if that makes sense, but I think that makes a huge difference to me personally, and if I continue to watch your videos. And it has nothing to do with not wanting to support you, to propel you, or hating on you, because I absolutely appreciate when I see a fellow YouTuber or someone who started on this platform be propelled into great success, which I think is absolutely amazing. So again, you know, that was just my 2 cents adding on to what Bronze Goddess has to say. I do absolutely agree 100% that we lost sight. A lot of us have lost sight if, you know, we have 100,000 subscribers and we're complaining, you know. A lot of times I just don't want that negative energy necessarily, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, okay, so if you have 100,000 subscribers and you're complaining about your subscribers, what are the rest of us supposed to do who don't have even up to 20,000? You know what I'm saying? It's like, and when I say even up to 20,000, it's absolutely insane. It even sounds ridiculous to me, because I'm like, are you even serious? If you put these people in a room, like if you put all the people who click subscribe in a room, like, do you even understand what that means? Like, to me, that's like a large scale in and of itself. YouTube is not a platform where you can just say, okay, so I'm gonna put up a video today and I expect 50,000 people to like me immediately. It's like, it's not like that. It just also depends on your personality. It does depend on, you know, your skin tone as well, but I don't think that it can deter you from your success. Like Sandy says, she believes we can do it, and I believe that we can do it too. But once you take away that piece of malice and that coveting for all this fame and attention, like, and go back to the authenticity of your channel and sharing and enjoying it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even like when people threaten to leave YouTube all the time. Like, I understand when people are like feeling a certain way about their subscribers or their channels, but I don't even like when, and this is just my personal opinion, I know people might attack me for this, but it's like, I don't like when people are like, oh my goodness, I hate it, I'm going. Oh my goodness, you guys aren't sharing my videos, I'm leaving. Oh my goodness, you guys aren't doing this, I'm leaving. It's like, nobody's obliged, nobody owes you anything, you know what I'm saying? Like, your videos get shared because people love you, not because you feel like anybody owes you anything. A lot of times, even when I sit down and watch videos, I don't necessarily comment on every video I watch because I work a lot during the day. So when I watch videos, it's at night. Like, I'm on my bed laying down and the lights are off, and I'm not going to get up and like comment. And sometimes I'll try to save the video for later, but most of the time I forget to go back and comment on the videos. But a lot of times, if I am subscribed to you, I do watch your videos, and if I feel like I don't want to watch anymore, I just won't. And that's it, you know what I'm saying? I feel like if people decide that this is no longer for them, it's fine to make a video and be like, okay guys, you know, I know you've supported me and all this, but I feel like I don't like when people make all these like threats, like, oh my goodness, I'm leaving because you guys aren't subscribing to me, like, I'm leaving because this. It's just like, I'm no longer drawn to you. I'm not. And that has nothing to do with being a hater. It just has everything to do with the fact that I don't want that constant tug, that constant, like, I just don't want to be involved in that constant, like, in my opinion, I feel like one could have the best content in the world, but if people don't like your personality, it's like, I don't know, maybe that's just me, maybe I'm being controversial here, but that's just my opinion. Another thing that Sandy touched on was, you know, collaborations and propelling ourselves forward, and the fact that it's no longer happening. Honestly, I do see a lot of collaborations. I just don't see collaborations with people who've already made it big. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see collaborations with people who have thousands or hundreds of thousands of subscribers anymore. It's something that I usually see with people who are like, maybe 5,000 subscribers, 4,000 subscribers. They are pushing out these videos, they are collaborating with each other. I know that because I'm collaborating with different people nowadays. So it's not that they're not there, I think it's just that they're not there with people who have big channels anymore. So I do agree with you on that, but ultimately YouTube is something I believe is, you make that experience, you know what I'm saying? Like, no one's forcing you to watch the people only who have a certain number of subscribers. There are so many people here doing videos, you know what I'm saying? So many, and I absolutely love it when I find these channels, or a lot of times when people subscribe to me, I try to check them out if they have videos. Now, of course, I can't do that for everybody, but YouTube sends me an email every time someone subscribes to me, and I can usually tell, like, it usually says how many videos this person has, and a lot of times I'll check them out and see, like, if I like the channel, I'll go ahead and subscribe and start watching their videos, just because it's like, they might have something that I like to watch, you know what I'm saying? So these collaborations are happening, you know what I'm saying? They're just happening on a smaller caliber, you know what I'm saying? So it's not necessarily that it's not there, it's just the fact that the bigger channels that we've been watching are no longer doing it, and I don't know what the reason is. Sometimes it's even discouraging to try to collaborate with a bigger channel, because sometimes you don't even get a response if you've been following this person for a long time and you're commenting on their videos like all the time, and they're not responding to you, or they're responding with one-word answers, or you ask them for a collab and they don't necessarily want to. Like, I don't want to do a collaboration with anybody who doesn't want to do one with me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I understand that you have thousands of subscribers, but at the end of the day, I don't want anything forced or fake. So you know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of the thing where the people who have less subscribers are just like, you know what, we're not even gonna deal with that, we're not even gonna deal with that, we're just gonna collaborate with ourselves and have fun. There are a lot of ladies who have worked with so far, and I'm looking forward to the ones who I'm gonna work with in the future, and sometimes you make great connections with people, you know what I'm saying? So that's just my 2 cents about that whole thing. I think that's enough for today. I hope I kind of touched on everything that I wanted to touch on. Like I said, I totally agree with Bronze Goddess. We've lost sight of videos, and I don't even think all of us are taking into account all the factors that go into propelling a channel towards 1 million subscribers. Yes, we are the underdogs. Yes, we don't support each other. Yes, all those things. But I personally believe that we can do it. It's just a matter of us continuing to be consistent, taking into account all these different factors. And quite frankly, I believe if God wants you there, you will be there. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he wants you there, he's going to put you there. And I don't think any of these factors that I've listed are going to stop the people who are supposed to have those millions of subscribers, you know, from having them. But I don't want the constant complaining. Like, if you have 70,000 subscribers and you're complaining, and I'm just like, what am I supposed to do? what about me? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're complaining, what am I supposed to do? Anywho, hopefully I don't get too much of a beating for this video, but I should go. I'll see you guys later.